Hey guys, Mike from Fitness Solution. Just want to bring you a second installment of Mike's Tips, and I'm calling this one Sitting Sucks. And so I had a question that came in. Hi Mike, I feel awesome after a conditioning session at the studio. I feel light on my feet and really energized, and even feel great when I get up the next morning. But by the end of the following workday, I feel drained again. What's wrong with my body? Is this normal? And how do I fix it? Well, I first just want to thank you for submitting the question. And I just want to point out the one real big thing, and you kind of gave it away. You feel good after a session. You even feel good getting up the next morning, but by the end of the next workday, now I know who you are and what you do for a living, and I know that you have a sedentary job. And unfortunately, what's happening to you is sitting is happening, and it's reversing the effects that you're getting when you come to the studio here. The good thing is something's better than nothing, so keep up your awesome efforts. But when we look and analyze sitting, it's really a very destructive position because I'm sitting now, and when I sit on my butt bones, what happens is my pelvis will tilt forward, and that tilt forward puts my lumbar spine, my lower back, into a compressed state, just as it does yours. Before we had chairs, the way people used to sit down was they used to squat. And when we squat and our butt sits down toward the floor, our pelvis, instead of falling forward, actually tilts the other way. And that creates a rounding effect through the low back, which decompresses the lumbar spine. So unfortunately, we don't really have that. I would recommend the first thing is get a standing desk, if you can. But then the second thing is you have to make sure to be part of your own solution. The way to do that is to understand that there's forces that place themselves on your body while you're sitting, and there is a way to work against it. It's going to be a continual battle, though. You have to do this for as long as you're sitting. I'd recommend on the hour. So in an 8-hour workday, you'd be doing this 8 times, but it's really simple and very quick. You're going to perform a spine matrix from a seated position. So the first thing we're going to want to do here is flex our spine. So I just want you to put your finger into your sternum. And if you push back, that should create a collapsing of your spine. Okay? Really what's collapsing your spine is gravity. Now I don't want you to flex your hips. That's doing this. I want you to flex your spine almost like you're doing an abdominal crunch. Okay? Gravity does that for you though. Now from that flex position, you're going to take your hands and reach them up overhead. And reaching overhead is going to create extension of your spine. So your arms are going to come down, you're going to flex your spine. You're going to reach up overhead and you're going to extend your spine. Now when I'm overhead here, my hands initiated the reach, but my armpits actually finished the reach. I'm reaching my armpits as high as I can, which I feel pulls my rib cage up and creates length between my rib cage and my pelvis, and that's how you stimulate your core while you're sitting. You're going to do that about 5 times. Now, if you don't have the luxury of really being able to reach your arms overhead, if you're a little conscious, someone might be watching in the workplace, you can totally just use your arms here. You go into the flex posture and then go, ready? We're going to touch thumbs to shoulders and we're going to reach elbows up real high, okay? It's not as obvious to what you might be doing next to your coworkers. And as I reach through my elbows, I kind of like this better because my elbows driving lifts my armpits more naturally, and I feel that abdominal lengthening. You're going to run through that 5 times. From there, what we're going to do is we're going to go into the next plane of motion because we know that we're 3D. You're going to take your right elbow and you're going to reach it up and overhead, which is going to look opposite for you in the screen here. And then you're going to finish on the other side. Now, I'm a lot more concerned with reaching my elbow straight up to the ceiling than I am with going over as far as I can. Now, as I do this, what I feel is a nice stretch between my ribs and also down to the side of my belly right into my hip. Okay, you're going to do that 5 per side. And then the last one, there's 2 variations on how to create rotation within your spine. Let's go again with the thumbs at the shoulders. I'm going to reach my right, which is going to be your left here, up and across my body. So my right elbow reaches up to the left, and then my left elbow reaches up to the right. You can go in that direction 5 per side, or you maybe want to go 3 per side and then do your right, my right, which is going to be your left elbow to the right, so in the same direction, and then let the elbow go up to the left. Okay, so you can go in sync or out of sync there, and they do have very different reactions, and they're both good to do, so maybe you do half and half. I hope this has helped you out. If you have any questions, feel free to email. It's Mike@conditionforlife.com. Have a great day.